this video, I'm going to discuss 5 key concepts your managers need to understand about California law. So the first concept that your manager needs to understand about California law is the at-will employment concept. What does it mean to be an at-will employee? When can a manager fire an employee? When can a manager not fire an employee? And I find oftentimes in California, the managers default to thinking they have to have a cause to terminate an employee. Under California law, cause is not required, just that employers cannot fire an employee for any illegal reasons. And managers need to understand the difference between a wrongful termination and a correct termination under California law. The second concept that your manager needs to understand is harassment complaints and the employer's duty to investigate sexual harassment complaints. This is an affirmative obligation, and if there's a complaint made to the manager needs to get HR or some higher up executive involved to make sure that the investigation is done properly and any effective remedial action is taken. The third concept your manager needs to understand is timekeeping policies. And if your employee complains about not getting paid all time, what to do in that regard. And it's key that managers understand when employees need to be paid and when to be on the clock. The fourth concept your manager needs to understand are meal and rest breaks and the obligation under California law. I can't overemphasize this enough. There's particular timing requirements for both meal breaks and rest breaks. Meal breaks need to be recorded under California laws. The employees need to be clocking out, and your managers need to know these rules and need to be policing the employees clocking in and out for these breaks and taking the appropriate breaks. And if the employees cannot take the appropriate breaks, what to do in that regard. Your managers need to understand that. Fifth and finally, your managers need to understand when they need to respond to certain requests from employees for personnel records or other notices that might be given to that manager. The typical request that we see that sometimes managers don't escalate to HR or the appropriate executive is a request to see personnel file or time records. Managers need to understand that this is a legal request and need to provide it to human resources. Any other kind of legal documents that show up in an office need to be given to the right executive as well. Letters regarding the Private Attorney General's Act notice could come in to a manager, any kind of complaint, any audit notice from the DLSE or the Department of Labor. And managers need to understand when to escalate that up to human resources to ensure that it's complied with in a timely manner. So those are the 5 major concepts that your manager needs to understand about California law. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out or ask the questions in the comments. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot. Thanks.